Annie Lazor grew up in Beverly Hills, Michigan, won a state championship on the 100 breaststroke for Birmingham Groves. That was back in 2011. But this stage is the biggest stage, and now she joins us from Hawaii. How psyched are you, Annie, for your first Olympics?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really think excited quite covers it. It's almost like overwhelming to the point where it's kind of gone over my head and I don't really feel like this is really happening. Just culmination of years of hard work for it to finally, have those dreams come true. Like when it finally gets there, it doesn't really feel like it's real. So I'm not quite sure when it'll hit me yet, but I'm just trying to enjoy every step of the process that I can.
Yeah, well, this has been a crazy process for every athlete, especially you with this pandemic and their hurdles. But, you lost your father in April. How did you overcome that and earn this spot on the team?
It's still something I have to live with every day. So I don't think it's something you ever really overcome. But, I genuinely believe that I was given the perfect group of people and family outside of my family to be around every day. The people that I've had at Indiana, the last 3 years, obviously, but especially over the last 2 months. Honestly, I couldn't have asked for better people to be around. It genuinely feels like as soon as that happened, everyone rallied around me and everyone set out to have a specific job to do that was authentically to them, that really helped me push through this tough time and to put me on the team. And I really could not have done it without them.
I know Lilly King was one of those, and you beat her in the trials at the 200 breaststroke. I know she has a bad rap, but she really helped you through this. How important was her support?
Yeah, I mean, Lily's a big, intimidating swimmer, on the blocks and at the pool. When it's time to go, she puts her game face on, but outside of the pool, she is not that at all. I mean, she's going to teach kids after this. She's so, positive and upbeat and lighthearted. And when she helped me through this, like I said, she did something that was very authentic to herself, and what she brought to the table was pulling me through practice every day and motivating me and, distracting me with funny stories and stuff like that. It was something that's very authentically Lilly. And so, that's the way that she helped me. And I definitely know that, she really cares about me, and I want success for her just as much as I want it for myself.
I know you both want it. You beat her at the trials. I'm sure she wants that gold in Tokyo. Do you expect her to put that friendship aside and maybe use some of that gamesmanship on you in Tokyo?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about the gamesmanship, but I would definitely say that, first and foremost, Lily's the most competitive person I've met, arguably. So I know that she's not just gonna, give away a gold medal. You know what I mean? I wouldn't do that either. So I think that's what we're all here to do. And, I wouldn't feel right if she did it any other way. She's an amazing competitor, and I know that she really wants success for me, but of course she's worked really hard to have that success as well.
That news just came out. No fans at Tokyo. We knew families and friends couldn't make that trip, but now no fans at all during these games because of that pandemic and the rising number of COVID cases there. How strange is it going to be to compete, especially on a stage like this, in pretty much of an empty arena?
Yeah, it's obviously not ideal, but we've had a lot of scenarios in the last year of high pressure meets where we've had no fans. So obviously Olympic trials, we had a lot of fans still, but it definitely wasn't as loud and as crowded as it normally is. At the games, we'll still have a lot of the athletes there. So it won't necessarily be, drop of a pin quiet, but yeah, I mean, I already knew my family wasn't going to be able to go. So that's really the first thing that, I worried about in the first place, being able to see my family after I hopefully achieve all my goals. But to not have fans there, it's obviously not ideal, but we're there to do a job. And so that's not going to really deter us from doing that.
You'll be stuck in an Olympic bubble as well. You won't be able to go sightsee. How much were you looking forward to visiting Tokyo? And, one of my favorite books is Oh, the Places You'll Go. What are some of the places you wish you could go once you'd be finished competing there?
Yeah, I was really looking forward to seeing a lot more sporting events. I love watching beach volleyball. I worked for a beach volleyball team when I wasn't swimming for a little bit, and I just fell in love with that sport. So I was really hoping to go watch that. My roommate, Jessica Parado, is on the U.S. Olympic team for platform diving. So I was really hoping to go watch her as well. But I actually think she competes the same day as me. So I don't think either of us will be able to watch each other anyways. But yeah, I'm kind of bummed about that.
Do you typically, when you travel with these teams and these international meets, do you go sightsee at all, or are you just completely focused on a meet?
Yeah, we do what we can. We do the things that we can do with still keeping in the forefront of our minds that, like, we're here for work, we're here to do our job, we're here to, win some medals. So, like right now we're in Hawaii right now. It's an amazing place to be. I can't think of a better training location, and we have the beach just 1 block away from our hotel. And while that's amazing and it's so nice to be in this location, it's a really easy distraction to have, to want to like go lay out at the beach for a couple hours and kind of drain all of our energy while we still have to go train, still have to go to practice. And we just have to remind ourselves that like what we did to get here is still the things that we need to do to have success at the Olympics, because the job's not done yet.
You've got teammates, Allison Schmidt from Canton, Katie DeLoof, the DeLoof sisters. We've had Mallory Comerford and Courtney Bartholomew from West Michigan here swim at really high levels. What is it about Michigan and swimming that makes these so many people that can get to this stage?
Yeah, and I think I swam against all those people growing up. It's really an incredible group, because obviously swimming might not be the biggest sport in Michigan, but it's definitely like well on its way up. And I think having just a few like really elite athletes that come out of Michigan, every year, every couple of years, that really makes things exciting and keeps things exciting for, local swimmers up and coming. Because the thing that really started me in swimming was my, summer league, my outdoor summer league swimming. That's what really made me fall in love with it. So to be able to be a part of that, but still, look up to every 1 or 2 athletes every year that were, going to a Division I school, or breaking state records, or, whatever it is. It really just kind of keeps that flame alive, and I hope I can do that for someone else.
Swimming is one of those sports that you don't just achieve success, you've got to go through incredible workouts and trials and tribulations. Why do you love this sport so much, since you have to work so hard at it?
Yeah, I think it's exactly it. It just makes the reward that much sweeter when you do achieve success. And, over the years, I've had a lot of, trials and tribulations. I had a long period of time where I didn't get better. And, a lot of times where I questioned why I was doing the sport. But when you do achieve those goals, and when you're doing it around people that genuinely care about you and are working as hard as you, it really makes it so much more worth it.
How often have you had that dream where you're on that podium bending over with the anthem and a medal wrapped around your neck?
It's not something I really think about too much. I really just try and stick with the process of everyday stuff. Obviously, it's a goal that everyone wants to achieve and everyone wants to have. But, it would be amazing. I've had that once before at a World Championships, and it was just an indescribable feeling that I never really thought I was going to be able to attain. So to have that kind of in front of me in the next couple of weeks, it's kind of surreal to think about it, and it's really like kind of an out-of-body experience.
Yeah, we know you can't have family there, but in spirit, how much will your father be with you when you're getting ready for these meets in Tokyo?
Yeah, I mean, to backtrack to the past, I wouldn't even be here without him. So I know I'll feel his presence everywhere and all the things that I do, just simply because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. And I see him in all my family members, different character traits that he has, that my brothers have, and that my mom now has carried on. So I really just think like I see him every day. And obviously, like I said, I wouldn't even be sitting here right now if it wasn't for him. So I think just that in itself just makes me feel like I can carry him with me every day throughout this process.